Going on, Falcon fan? This your boy Ricondo. Come back at you with another video. Preseason is finally back. NFL season has started, and today I'm going to go ahead and recap the Atlanta Falcons versus the Detroit Lions for the first preseason game. So, guys, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys are here to talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in here. We talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So, like I said, guys, today we're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons win over the Detroit Lions in the preseason game. Hey, I know it was preseason, but I still like the fact that the Falcons actually got a win. Um, that's how you build culture. Look at the Baltimore Ravens. Somebody done won 21 straight preseason games. You know, it's just all about winning, right? That's when you play sports. It's all about winning. I like that. Um, so let's just talk about some of the things that we've seen from the game and what was good, what was bad, my overall thoughts of the team, and so let's start with defense first because they the first ones hit the field. And to be honest, that first series drive for our defense, I was disappointed. I was really disappointed. I thought that they came out, they looked a little shaky. Um, they couldn't stop the run. They was giving up passes. I just didn't like the way they came out. I know it's the first time getting on the field, and they only got one series in as that number one defense. But I just didn't like the fact that the Detroit Lions drove all the way down the field, was able to actually punch it in for a touchdown. So it just gave me the old Atlanta Falcon vibes a little bit from a defensive standpoint. But I thought Arnold Ebiketie, our second round pick, our rookie, got caught on the inside a couple times against the run, got exposed a little bit. They was able to come on the outside. I just didn't like the way we kind of just started the game from a defensive standpoint. I saw Dean Pease in these guys' faces and stuff like that. And I know they probably want to go back out, for another series, but it wasn't the case. Like I said, this is the first preseason game, so you want to actually look at some of the depth on this field. And that's what I want to talk about. Actually, the second team, I thought played very well. I thought Armin Katie, he is as advertised as a pass rusher. Like I said, he had trouble in the run game on defense, but as a pass rusher, getting off around that edge, using that dip, he actually got a penalty called on him because of that. So I really like the way our second team defense played. Third team, the depth, when you start getting to the depth a little bit, of course, some of those guys, those are fringe guys trying to make it. But really like our pass rush and that second team defense. D'Angelo Malone, Quentin Bell, all those guys was getting pressure, and I want to give kudos to Dean Pease as well because he was bringing pressure. He was bringing the corner blitzes. He was bringing the blitzes from the safeties. He was doing a lot of trying to create pressure with this defense, and you can see it. And a lot of times, guys, like the first blitz he had in that first series, he called the blitz. AJ Terrell came out the side, and I think somebody was out of position because it was Jerry Goff was able to complete a pass right up in the middle of the field. Somebody was wide open, so I think that was miscommunication. Somebody did not cover their spot when AJ Terrell came out the corner. So things like that. I know, like I said, the first preseason game, but to be a little honest, from a defensive standpoint, personally, I was a little disappointed. I want to see more from our defense. We talked about it um, all season that we want to be able to change the opinion of the defense. Dean Pease gave this huge speech about, we're gonna try to be at least in the top 15 this year and stuff like that. But from what I seen today, I did not like it. It was only one series, but just being honest, from a defensive standpoint, I thought that these guys could actually. I wish they would have got another series to just redeem themselves. Like I said, that first drive, I just didn't like it. It came out a little shaky to me, and that's just some of the things that I saw from a defensive standpoint. Let's go to our first team offense. I thought that Marcus Mariota looked good. Like I said, he was going to show the athletic ability. Um, surprisingly, Jake Matthews, I don't know what he did, but he let the rookie Agent Hudson just juke him out his pants. He kind of looked like a young rookie himself on that first place. We got stuff in the run play. And then Christian Lindstrom got a holding penalty also against the rookie Agent Hutchinson. So just uncharacteristic by our two best offensive linemen. Just had, like I said, guys, that's why we need to play preseasons. That's why, what Arthur Smith did last year, coming out not playing some of these starters and then trying to go in that first game of the season and putting those guys in for the first time. I think it's very important for these guys to get some of that rust off because that first drive, we had two penalties that we overcame because of Marcus Mariota utilizing his legs. He hit Drake London on a spectacular passing route. Unfortunately, Drake London did go down with a knee injury. The reports right now saying it's not that serious. Arthur Smith saying that they're going to find out more about it tomorrow. We'll just keep our fingers crossed that Drake London is going to be all right because we already had some young guys in this league go down. Just heard about the quarterback from the Jets might have a torn ACL, so we don't want to see any injuries. That's the biggest thing about the preseason game. Yes, you want to see your guys play, you want to see them get out there, but you don't want to see any injuries. Um, but but that first team offense went down the field. They actually produced a touchdown. Mark Murder picked up on a big third down on pass to Cordell Hodge to get us in the red zone. Bootleg, and like I said, utilizing his mobility. And in reality, if you're just looking at the offense that Arthur Smith called today, it seems like having these mobile quarterbacks let him open up his play call a little bit more. Um, I'm going to talk about Desmond Ridder in a minute, but I just think that Marcus Mariota showed he showed his poise. He showed that he does have the capability of just just driving the offense down the field and getting in the end zone. I think if you just look at the way he called the game, of course he didn't get Kyle Pitts, and I think Kyle Pitts. It was a whole design not to even throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. Carter Patterson didn't even get a touch at all. So I think all those things by design. He didn't want to show his hand. Like I said, it's preseason. He kind of know what those guys are going to do. He already know what Kyle Pitts is going to do. He already know what Cordell Patterson is going to do. But it was still impressive by Marcus Mariota after we got punched in the mouth on the defensive side of the ball to come back down and actually tie the game up 7-7. Some guys on that first drive, you got to get up to Damian Williams. He had some great runs. He picked up a big third down. Quadre Ollison just looked outstanding running the ball. I know I talked about him not making the roster. I don't know what these guys are going to do with the running back room because as of right now, um, every running back that actually touched the ball today actually looked pretty good. Even Avery Williams, not actually running, but he actually had a great pass from Desmond Ridder running out from the side. So each running back today actually looked pretty good. So I just like the way the offense looked, that first team offense. Now let's go to talk about I think the start of the night, Desmond Ridder. He got a lot of touches. Definitely what you want to see from a guy who's never played in NFL before. Arthur Smith did a great job of putting him in so many different situations. He was in a 2 minute. He was in a fourth down situation, third down situation, end of the half, all the things that you want to see if a young quarterback can handle. And I thought Desmond Ridder handled each situation very well. Yes, he got away with a pick, one pick six that probably it was a roughing the passer. So good thing he that got called back. And then I thought he threw a ball to a defender that the defender dropped. So he got away with a couple passes today. But overall, just Ridder looked like the young guy that we thought we saw in Cincinnati. He was poised. He looked like he had command of the offense. And then he just came up with the big play at the end. So I say right now that Desmond Ridder definitely could be the future of the Atlanta Falcons. Not taking anything from Marcus Mariota, I think we have two good quarterbacks right now. I was impressed with the quarterbacks from a standpoint of both of them run the offense like Arthur Smith wanted them to run it. Of course, we saw more Desmond Ridder today, so everybody's saying, well, he looked good. And what impressed me most about Desmond Ridder today was the fact that um, he was playing behind the second and third string offensive line. And our offensive line still shaky, guys. Just to be honest. Like I said, that first team offensive line, they had a lot of penalties that was overcame by Marcus Mariota. Our second and third team offensive lines definitely was in a lot of pressure get to the quarterbacks, but the quarterback was able to utilize their mobility to get out of some difficult situations. Desmond Ridder got hit a lot of times tonight. You don't want to see that from your quarterbacks getting hit like that. On one play, Jermaine Ifedi, I don't know. He looked like Jake Matthews on the play against Agent Hutchinson. He just whiffed on the pass block. We cannot have that. We cannot have plays like that from offensive line and some veteran as well. I see young guys are making mistakes like that, but our veterans cannot be making mistakes like that. So like I said, this is the first preseason game. You expect to see a lot of sloppiness in the first preseason game because it's the first time these guys are hitting. But from an overall standpoint, I thought they played a pretty good, clean game. Was not a lot of penalties. But so I just want to say that from a first preseason game, I'm a little like this. Like I said, I'm happy we got the win. Um, Not pleased with how the first team defense looked. Pleased with the first team offense to come down and answer after we got punched in the mouth by that first team offense on the field. I love the way Desmond Ridder looked. I love the way Drake London looked in the one catch he had. Like I said, Armor Katie, D'Angelo Malone. I love the way they was putting pressure on the ball. So um, those are the things that I seen. And to end it off tonight, what I'm gonna talk about is just some of the guys that I felt like that kind of highlighted themselves for this first preseason game that we can look out for, and you guys can pin. So of course we're gonna talk about Desmond Ridder. I thought he played very well today. Um, Both of these guys, if you think about it, guys, we had 118 rushing yards in the first half. And we averaged 85 rushing yards for a game last year. So that's just tell you the rushing quarterback factor between Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota help our rushing game. Um, Quadre Allison looked great tonight, like I said, as well as Kayla Huntley. Kayla Huntley looked it well. So each running back, I felt like they really did a great job. Rashawn Evans, that first series, it seemed like he was making every play for the defense. So being that middle linebacker that we need, I think he filled in well at that position. Um, D. Alford, we're going to take our hats off to D. Alford. The interception that he got, that was a big play in the game. Um, coming from the CFL, first NFL game, actually got him an interception. Um, he played some good snaps tonight as well, along with Tease Tabor. He actually played some good snaps. Um, Doran Etheridge, he picked up right where he left off last preseason, making all the plays, getting all the tackles. Seemed like he was on the field. He made every play out there as well as Nate Lamon, the other linebacker. Um, you can tell he has what it takes to be a linebacker in the NFL as well. He was coming up. He made a big play in the red zone, even though they did score on their drive. Um, Timothy Horn is another guy that had a big game tonight as well. So we're going to take my hats out. Timmy Horn, another guy for our depth overall on that defensive line. Um, Jared Barnhart, the hero of the night, caught the pass from Desmond Ridder and on that rollout. But guys, what's missed in that whole play? If you go back and look at the play, Tyler Algier pickup on the blitz was really what made that play. Yes, Desmond Ridder got out the pocket. He rolled. He threw the ball to Jared Barnhart. But if Tyler Algier does not pick up the blitzing linebacker, Desmond Ridder would have been sacked in the backfield. So go back and look at that play. That was a huge play by Tyler Algier, and he actually had some great runs as well. So he's another guy that I want to highlight. Tyler Algier. If you can't, if we know he can be a pass protector in the back or the quarterback, and the flashes he showed just running the ball. He's still at the contact, going to pick up big yards. He showed he'd be able to do that. I would love to see him get more touches in the next game. Um, I know they gave those touches to Quadra Olison and Caleb Huntley today, but we definitely want to see Tyler Algier get some more touches. But overall, guys, well, from this game, I am pleased. It's just the first preseason game. A lot of times, preseason, it's about the depth. And what I did um, get from this game is I think we have more depth than we had last year. It already showed, like I said, all these guys um, able to make plays down the stretch for us. Usually, when the Falcons put their backups in, we can never contribute to a win. So we lose those preseason games because we're looking at all our depth guys and see who's going to make the team, and we never look good. We always end up losing. The fact that the Falcons fought all night tonight was a testament to how they trying to change the culture. You love the fact how Arthur Smith went for it on 4th and 9. It's a preseason game. Could have kicked the field goal to tie it up 23-23, but he was just went for it. And you love the way that Desmond Ridder, Jared Barnhart, like I said, Tyler Algier with the block made the play of the night to actually give us that lead. So first preseason game down. Let's pray that Drake London's okay. He'll be back out there. There's some guys that did not, that we didn't get a chance to see tonight. That stayed back. We didn't get to see Jalen Hawkins out on the field. Troy Anderson, our other second round pick. So he had a hamstring issue, not that serious, but we were not able to see him. Marlon Davidson, once again, Marlon Davidson has to be able to get himself on the field. Got to stop being injured. Um, who else? I forget. It was six guys. Of course, Brian Edwards, our other receiver that was out there. So these guys, hopefully, we get to see them next preseason game. We know we're going to have a joint practice with the Jets next. So let's be on the lookout for that. Our joint practice we're going to have. Probably going to end up going starting on Monday, maybe. I'm not sure. We just have to see um, how they schedule. They fly back, get back to Atlanta, Flowery Branch, and see what happens. But um, those are some of the things that we definitely got to see. The last takeaway is a lot of guys had drops tonight. I think Desmond Ridder would actually had a better game if we didn't get a drop from some of our tight ends. Um, I think Tyshawn James probably had the worst game out of everybody. The way he played, he had a lot of drops. I think he had two crucial drops on 3rd down that would have kept the drive going. So um, he definitely need to do better next game. We saw Frank Darby catch 2 passes, still not flashing the way he should. So um, talked about Felipe Franks. He did have one catch. Could have had a spectacular catch. I thought if he would have made that, everybody been talking about the next Kyle Pitts or something like that on Felipe Franks. But he did have a good block on a run. So trying to he was showing he's trying to be that pass blocker in the run game. I mean that run blocker in the run game that we need. So um, just a couple of flashes, guys, things like that. But overall, um, the Atlanta Falcons did get the win. Um, some things they can learn from this game. Um, like I said, the biggest thing for me is just how underwhelming the defense played in that first series. So guys, let me know what you think about the game. I know you watched it. Let me know about some of the takes that you seen. Um, and this is your boy Ricondo. Come back at you with another video. Peace.